What's going on? It's your boy Got Like 2009. Sorry about that. I had to start over because I had seen something that was going on in the background. So I apologize about that. But this video is going to be about how why Scorpio's relationship demolition. And I ain't gonna go too far into it. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come in. But if you just come into the chat room, please make sure you like the video as you click onto the video. I appreciate it. Like I said first, I really wasn't feeling like doing this, but I'm gonna do this for y'all because a lot of people want to know, why Scorpios, why are they persons? Why do Scorpios walk away from relationships? What is going on? Why Scorpios only hang with a few people? Um, and this video is going to answer all those questions. So y'all make sure y'all like the video as y'all enter the chat and just give me a second. I appreciate the love, and I'll make sure I read the chat room. Just give me some time. Thank you so much for all the support, and I really appreciate it. Hey, what's going on, Arillas in the room? What's going on, Bree Kettle? What's going on, Shakitha? What's going on, Jake P? Yeah, you and Bree both popped in first today. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the love, man. Because one thing about us, no matter a lot of people what people say about us, one thing about Scorpio you gotta understand is we don't we don't sit when we evolve and when we get to a certain extent, we don't sit on negative, our negative past. We don't sit on negative uh people. We don't sit around negative things. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Scorpio, we don't it ain't at the point when we evolve where we deal and tolerates people's, BS. I tolerate people's disrespect. I tolerate, bad situations. No, the thing about the evolution and the change is we learn to cut stuff off. We learn to get rid of stuff. We learn to clean stuff out because really the only way to get rid of some stuff is just to throw it all out. You can't sit there just like even the old vehicle. You can't sit there and keep putting on changing a screw in the same old 20-year-old car, trying to put new engine fuel in a 40-year-old car is not going to work. It's still going to be the same old car, and it's still going to be a clunker, and it's still going to break down. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit around the same circles and expect to be this a different individual. You can't, you know what I'm saying? And Scorpio, we get to that point when we get out the lizard stage when we realize what is bad treatment. I feel like once the Scorpio gets out of that lizard bottom tier stage, I feel like the Scorpio gets to the point where we cut everything off, where we realize it's almost like a light bulb turns on, where we be like, hold on, this is sloppy. Whoa, hold on, you do that's disrespectful. Hold on, that's trashy. You know what I'm saying? It's like something just clicks on us and we like I know doggone well this ain't going on around me, and then to the point where when Scorpio gets into that ego stage, going to that Phoenix stage, we start reacting. That's why a lot of times, even in the ego stage, the Phoenix stage, Scorpio can be called wicked or called mean because at that point he's gonna be intolerant. At that point, we're not dealing with people's stuff no more. At this point, we're not gonna be the friendly, loving person, and that's why people take it that way. That's why a lot of people make so many stupid videos, dissing us. That's why so many people have bad experiences because they created it and they felt the sting from it because of what they created. So just give me a second to post this and make sure everybody can get a chance to check this out. And when Scorpio, when we get to that point, man, it's a wrap, man. And one thing about it is we do not, just like I told you when I talked about the Taurus yesterday. And if y'all haven't seen the video from yesterday, y'all make sure y'all check that out because that video is very, very telling. It's a very, very good video. So y'all make sure y'all check the Taurus video I did yesterday and make sure y'all like it and all that good stuff. I appreciate it because we don't make decisions hold on, I'm making this. There we go. We don't make decisions based on with sporadic thought. We don't just do it just out of the blue. You know, when Scorpio get to that point, we it's a wrap. So let me give me a second just to post this. Let's see, going live now. In this particular video, when I mean by relationship demolition, it don't just have to be your girlfriend, it don't just have to be your wife. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? When I mean by I should have I'm gonna make sure I change it too. I should have put love demolition, to be honest with you, but that's fine. I know y'all still come through and still support, but that's why I really meant to put love demolition, because that's really what it is. So give me a second. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm tore out. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. My energy feel drained because even after we clean house, it's exhausted because just like I told y'all, and everything we do, even when we're starting over, we put all our energy into it because we know nobody else is gonna do it. So this is why Scorpio, a lot of stuff that we do, it might come off as crazy, it might come off as extreme, but we know if we don't do it, we know it's not going to get done. We know if we don't say the words that need to be said, it's not going to be said. Hey, Alex, Renee, what's going on? Alexis, oh my, I said Alex. What's going on, Alexis? Yeah, I was just trying to give everybody a little time, man. I know people will come in eventually, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. And I'll make sure I put my link in. Y'all can show if y'all already got my link, show some love if you can, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna post that stuff in a few minutes, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this. One thing you gotta understand when it comes to Scorpio, we are patient, we are loving, we are these individuals that will try to stick it out with you. We will try to be everything with we try to stick it out with people. We are not these individuals like a lot of people say that just give up on people. We not these individuals that just stomp on people's toes. We don't just close people out. It's not just like that, because if you listen to these videos or if you listen to other people's accounts about Scorpios, they will tell you, oh, is they did this to me, or oh, they will make themselves out to be a victim, or they'll make themselves out to be some type of hero in the story, or some type of person that was in the right of the situation. Scorpio, we're not these type of individuals that will hurt anybody just to hurt anybody. We are not these individuals that necessarily want to just close people out. He's not, especially if you're going through that situation where the Scorpio is walking out. If you seen your Scorpio, and you might know your Scorpio is certain Scorpios might not be as close to certain people, and sometimes it can baffle other people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how can you close this person off? Or how could you not you know keep try to keep contact with this people? We One thing you got to understand about us, we know what holds value. We know who cares about us. We know where love is. We know what love is felt. You know what I'm saying? And when we get to a certain point where we evolve and where we're growing and when we go into a different place, we get to a certain point, man, where we clean house, where we go through a metamorphosis, and where we get rid of everything. Where Scorpio, where he will get rid of old friends, like not just not that's people, not good people either. You know what I'm saying? One thing, and then this is Scorpio female also. You know, I don't want to forget a Scorpio female. They do it also. We get to a point where we will almost, just like I told y'all, when you think about Scorpio, when you think about Scorpio love, always think about a brick house. You know what I'm saying? Always think about a physical brick house because it's just like the same thing. And when it gets to the point where we realize, you know, what's there to hold on to, why hold on to that house when there's nothing but connivingness, when there's nothing but jealous people that lives in this house, when there's nothing but wickedness that lives in this house, when nothing but old baggage, people with a bunch of baggage, people with a bunch of negative, you know, vibes, people with a bunch of, you know, weird personalities and evil personality that's trying to bring you down. And the one thing that Scorpio, why we do it so fast is because we know we're not going to evolve until we make those changes. And this is why a lot of Scorpios never reach a certain particular place. And this is the reason why I realized today, y'all, like I was thinking and just realizing, like wow, I wouldn't have. That's why it took me so long to get here. And like wow, that's why it was so difficult for me to figure certain things out for so long. Because I feel like when Scorpios get to that stage of understanding and the point where we fed up with stuff and where we get this, when we start over, is to the point where we start coming to a realization of what's been going on the whole time. It's not that the Scorpio all of a sudden he takes this change and start destroying everything and just start, you know, blocking people and just start getting rid of people. These it's a lot of stuff that happens that builds up to this point. But I feel like when the Scorpio gets to that end of that stage where we're ready to grow, we get rid of old friends, we get rid of people that were toxic, we start becoming the realization and start to look at the whole picture. Because I feel like when Scorpio, when we are younger, when we're you know, in a certain stage, in a certain mindset, we are closed in like this. We have a tunnel vision when it comes to our relationships. We stick to people out of loyalty in the beginning. I feel like Scorpios, like we stick to people out of loyalty. We stick to people out of feeling necessity because we are dead on loyal. Like a lot of people don't understand this. Like yeah, of course, if you're gonna be, if he's in his lower stage, he's not gonna be as loyal. But we are, for the most part, we are extremely loyal. We try to go all out and do our own, you know, all our way, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's in relationships. But when he get to the point where he feels like it's not being taken, when it's being taken for granted, where people are taking us for being weak, where people are taking us for being uh, almost stagnant, almost complacent, you know what I'm saying, or passive aggressive, because a lot of times it can easily come that way because a lot of times, Scorpio, we will bite our tongue, we will remain almost in this. That's why I call it the metamorphosis stage, because it's almost like we, when we are in this stage where we're trying to get to that ego or that thing, it's like we're in a almost a spiritual cocoon. And a lot of times we're trying to build ourselves, we're trying to fix ourselves, we're trying to grow, we're trying to, you know, become better, we're trying to become stronger. But a lot of times, you know, we have to you know, build, we realize we have to get rid of certain individuals, we have to stop doing certain things. You know, we wake up out of the slumber because we realize, just like a cocoon, a person in a cocoon, we don't react to certain things. We are not these individuals that react just like, just, you know, out of nowhere. We sit there and we sit there stern. We will sit there composed and we will sit there and build ourselves and really look at the whole situation, you know. But in the cocoon stage, a lot of times we're still trying to find ourselves. We're still trying to figure out, is, you know, is this the way, you know, this is the way I'm feeling now, but is this the way I want to go in the future? Is this the way I want to react to this situation, or do I want to just chill out because I'm trying to grow? It's almost like we do a self analysis, and we look at ourselves and we question ourselves. And this is why we don't tolerate, you know, a certain stuff to a certain extent, because we take accountability. We'll ask ourselves questions like, am I doing the wrong thing? And a lot of times we'll let a lot of stuff go over our heads, not because we can't say anything about it, or we can't do anything about it, but we start becoming a realization to what's going on around us. Let me see what's going on up in here. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep this one up, y'all, but I really do appreciate the ones that are in here. Too loyal for our own good. Hey, what's going on, Wayne Jasper? What's going on, brother? Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times we are too loyal for our own good, and this is why a lot of times the Scorpios have that bad experience or that bad relationship or that bad encounter. It really leaves a sour taste, a bad taste in a lot of Scorpios' mouth. That's why when they go into new relationships or they go into try to start new things, they can't really get off the ground because they put so much effort and they put so much of a serious um you know they put like a serious stance in the relationship, man, and they it's like people don't understand like a lot of, and I feel like a lot of Scorpios run into this to the point where we got to start over because we realize a lot of people, and we start realizing once we get, mature or whatever, but we realize a lot of people are not receiving of our love. A lot of people don't understand love. And this is what a lot of stuff Scorpios start to understand as we grow and we mature. We realize a lot of people, they seriously can't, they really, a lot of them seriously can't help it. A lot of them seriously don't know how to love. A lot of them seriously don't understand relationships. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, are not receiving and understanding us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of individuals that we surround ourselves with early on, they want us to stay in a certain place. As long as you in a certain place, as long as you in a certain control, as long as you have a certain complacent, still behavior, everybody wants to be around you. As long as you blend into the circle, everybody wants to be around you because a lot of times a Scorpio in the lizard stage, he will try to do more blending in than sticking out because think about how a lizard is. A lizard hangs amongst many lizards. A lizard is not like it's not an eagle. It's not a loner. It's not one of these strong creatures. You know what I'm saying? So they want to hang it. So a lot of times Scorpio he's going to want to hang with amongst friends. He's going to hang amongst people that he think that has his best interest at heart because we feel like we have something in common with, or we feel, oh, because I've been with this person for 20 years, it's going we gonna always be together, or because I know this person, I'm related to this person, or I have some type of understand what this person is going to last. And there's people that do that do stick around with us like that, but we don't realize until we get to a certain stance that it's only going to be a few. And this is why Scorpio we get to a point where he's gonna destroy when he gets to the point where he's fed up. This is why Scorpio a lot of times they will go into a deep stage and he will start to almost eliminate people out of his circle. He will start to get rid of them one by one, whether it's blocking them, whether it's and it's not just getting rid of people. A lot of times Scorpio will get to the point where he'll erase his social media, he'll erase old girlfriends, he'll get rid of a bunch of blood sucking so called friends. He's going to tell family members that been trying to use that leverage of you know of being related in order to abuse their power as being a family member, as being some type of loved one. He's gonna get to the point where he says, "The hell with you, get lost." You know what I'm saying? And that Scorpio woman, she's gonna get to the point where she says, and even you can go to a lot of other Scorpio pages and they'll tell you the same thing. It's not just the men. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio woman, she'll get to the point where she say, "No, mother, you don't know what you're talking about." And that's one thing I can give Scorpio woman. I can give a lot of props to Scorpio woman, but this is one thing that I can definitely give them a props on. Out of most women, they will be like babies with feeding applesauce when it comes to their parents, become when it comes to their friends, when it comes to people around them. They let anything influence them. They let anybody, everybody influence them. They will pull them. They will eat out of the devil's hand if she if she feels that she has something in common with her. You know what I'm saying? They will befriend anybody. But a Scorpio woman, she will tell that female, hey, chick, you need to mind your own you need to mind your business. Hey, he's not he's if he was my boyfriend, you know how a lot of women, if he was my boyfriend, he's in a Scorpio woman be the type, hey, he's not your boyfriend, this is not your situation, so mind your own business. Are we going you not gonna be talking to me either. I'm in this situation a lot faster than I'm in that situation. She's the type that would tell her, hey, mom, you don't know what you're talking about. I respectfully understand what you're saying, but you're not gonna control my life. You're not gonna tell me what man I should marry. You're not gonna tell me what profession I should be moving. You're not gonna tell me what type of shoes I should be wearing. A Scorpio woman she's the type that will cut off people that most women would never cut off. She will get to the point where she will lose all her composure, because she will get to the point where if she gets to that realization where her love and her kindness will be taken for granted, then oh man, I messed up. You know why I messed up, y'all? No, I ain't messed up. I'm gonna do this video, but I got something even better. I'm gonna make a video. It's gonna be crazy too. Y'all make sure y'all show this love and support this video and do all that good stuff. But if y'all show me enough love on this video, I'm gonna make a video called "It's Stinging Time," and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you the utmost of why Scorpios, go into a rage. Why did they go into these fits? Why do they get to the point where it's no return? And I'm gonna make a video like that. I'm gonna do that for y'all. But I'm gonna finish this video. I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna do that video later on tonight, and I'm gonna do this video and make and bang it out for y'all. So y'all be anticipating that the story of the stinger. That's what the video gonna be called, the story of the stinger. And I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how it goes down and why the Scorpio get to the point where we get tired of people. And when I reflect, and this is what happens to a lot of Scorpio. A lot of times when we reflect back and when we look at stuff, we realize, like, hey, sometimes, because just like anybody, we're human. We're not these evil, wicked people with no feelings. We're very human. But when we get to a point where we realize there's nobody there, we realize, we sit there and dwell on it, and we look at it like, wow, that person was nasty. That person was nasty the whole time. Oh, hey, that person was selfish the whole time. Oh, hey, that person was wicked the whole time. A lot of times when we do sting people, or when we do go into a point where we clean house and destroy the relationship, whether we break up with people, whether we get rid of people, when we get tired of people, a lot of times it's overdue. A lot of times we should have said it almost long before we react. So a lot of times it might come off blindside people, because it's not really gonna be a blindside, because it's obvious. It's stuff that's obvious. It's stuff that should have been realized. But that if an individual is not a person to take accountability, are they gonna ever really see anything they do? Are they ever really gonna take any type of any type of remorse for anything they do? Are they gonna ever really have any type of reflection for what they do? No, they're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like my boy said, when you deal with they when you deal with people like that, you got to get rid of them, man. Because he said you got to understand, like us as Scorpio people, like a lot of people don't understand, man. Like, we are loving people, but we know that we are kind people. We are very extremely kind, but and it might sound like an oxymoron, but we come off as ruthless, and we come off as being nasty, or we come off as intolerant, because we have to protect ourselves, because we know if we don't stand on it, and we know we don't come off a certain way, we know people will try to run over us. We know people will try to become belligerent with us. We know people will try to abuse our kindness. We know people will try to, literally destroy our lives, literally destroy us from within, from outside to the inside. And this is why a lot of Scorpios become bitter. This is why a lot of Scorpios never get married. This is why a lot of us don't trust people, because people come with crap. People come with dog crap. People come with trash. And instead of accepting it, and letting it come into our house and destroy our house, we give them their trash, we shove it in their face, and we flip them around, and we take our foot and we just kick them out, and we just kicked just because, and for that people call us evil. For that people will call us wicked. For that people, not only will we when we kick them on their face, we will lock the doors and slam it, and we will put a new lock up there where they can't even use a key to get in, because we realize that that person been doing it for the last 2 years. They're gonna continue to do it. If they've been doing it for the last 8 months, you think they really gonna learn? You think they really gonna make some type of adjustment? No. If you don't, if that individual that comes into our life or that group of people didn't make the if they didn't make a change or didn't realize who you were and love you after 10 years, it's not going to happen. It's overdue. A lot of times the reactions be overdue. A lot of times the way we react to people is overdue. So let me hey, what's going on, Passion Ruby? What's going on, Sky 11 Hook? I really appreciate it. Hey Arlene. I'm gonna put some good pictures up, man. And I know I got different, a diverse, audience, and I know I use a lot of my sister. I use a lot of African women, but I'm gonna diversify. I'm gonna start using all types of pictures. I'm gonna start using, different races and different, because I realize that I'm in a different mindset. My mindset is diverse. My personality is diverse. My friends and people that I love are diverse. I don't just love one color of people. I don't just appreciate one color of people. So I don't want to come off like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just proud of who I am. I'm just proud of what my people are. But at the same time, I'm not stuck in the box. I'm not gonna be stuck in the rut. Let me put my link right quick. Thank you so much for putting my link. If you want to show some love, my Sky 11 Hook did put my links in there. If you want to donate, please donate, show some love. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Because I realized a lot of stuff I should have lost my mind to, and this is how a lot of Scorpio, a lot of stuff we should have lost our mind to, but we know ourselves. One thing about, if just like the old people say, if you know better, you'll do better. And one thing about us, we know how we react. We know that we can throw somebody through a wall at a second's notice. We know that we got explosive rage, but it's not that type of rage where it's displaced anger. It's not going to be that type of rage where, oh, that person did this, so I'm going to take it out. No, we take it out on that individual, but we're not going to let anybody else step on our toes either. He's not going to be the type that accept anything you bring to the table, like any type of, even homeboys. Like, you can ask my boy, the realest in the room. We don't sit and badger. We don't care how tough homie think he is. We don't care how big and bad to the bone homie think he is. Like if you coming disrespectful and you coming crazy, we gonna tell it right in your face. We gonna sit and look you right dead in your eye. And a lot of times people don't face us directly. A lot of times people use other people to diss us. A lot of times people group up together to come against us. A lot of times people diss us and throw it, whatever. You know, and I don't know if homie watching my stuff. I don't I don't even want to take it there, y'all. I don't want to take it there. One thing about a Scorpio, we don't want to take it there. We don't want to get ugly. But if you block us into a corner like a dog, we will wild out. We will wreck. We will flip the whole script, and we will turn the whole house upside down. You think it's a game? You step right up if you want to. You come step right on up, and you're gonna get exactly what you do. You're gonna get a doggone door slammed into your nose. If you full of love, if you that positive person, if you bring positive feedback, the Scorpio, he will try to build with you. You know what I'm saying? The people that are with us, the people that we can see with us 20 years from now, people that understand, even though they might see us for who we are right now. We love people that can see us 20 years. They can see our fullest potential. We love people that can see our brightest colors. You know what I'm saying? We want, that's the type of people Scorpio, how that's the type of people Scorpio surround ourselves with when we start to reconstruct our life, when we start to reconstruct our way, our circles, when we start to reconstruct our way of thinking. We want positive people. We like people with colors. We like people that are full of love, people that are full of life, people that are full of wisdom, experience, and understanding. All those people with those low negative, low vibration attitudes, we don't want them around us. It's almost we rather it's just like imagine having a house you walk into a house that you build with love, that just like I tell you all the time, I'm gonna say it a million times, you build it with love. Then you walk in, you see buzzards, you see seagulls, pissing on the floor, eating dead carcasses or whatever they do, eating dead carcasses or whatever the heck they do, you know what I'm saying? Ripping up and tearing up the house, you know what I'm saying? What would you do? Are you gonna just sit there and be like, oh, let me go to the store, let me go get some alive animals, let me go get some bird food and feed? No, you're gonna take the biggest stick and you're gonna start knocking everything out that house. You're gonna start cleaning out house. And that's where Scorpio get to the point when he comes out of that mode, when he comes out of his silent mode. Scorpios can go into a whole switch. He can go into a whole tailspin, and it can make us look crazy. And you got to understand, when we do go through this stage, we don't care how we it looks. We don't care how people think about us, because a lot, just like I told you, it's overdue. A lot of times we should have been said something. A lot of times we should have been kicked these individuals to the curb. So a lot of times it's overdue. A lot of times it's gonna be extreme. It's gonna seem out the blue. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Put my shoot. I might even save that video because I don't even think people gonna appreciate it like that. You know, because people ain't really even. It's only been a handful of you that really show love like that. So I might just hold it to myself until next week. Because when you and one thing, Scorpio, it's the labels. And one thing, Scorpio will destroy any labels that people put on us. Anytime you try to put us into a box or square us into anything, we will destroy that whole image. We will destroy that whole pedestal. Whatever pedestal we put you on, we will snatch you from under it so you can land right on your skull. Because a lot of times it's people will take that pedestal, people will use it against us, people will take that love and use it against us. Let me see. That's why a lot of times, Scorpio, we back away from relationships. That's why a lot of times when you get into a relationship with a Scorpio, he's gonna be apprehensive of you. He's gonna be kind of like, I don't know where you fit in. I don't know if I can trust you, because a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people don't get our trust. Let me see. Okay, make sure I got everything straightened out, y'all. Oh yeah, and just like I said, if y'all haven't seen my last video, y'all please make sure y'all go like my last video and check out my Taurus video. Too little, too little, too late gets you a wishbone where a backbone should be. With people like this, I'm not a Scorpio, but I relate so hard. Absolutely. Make sure, make sure I got everybody. I really appreciate it, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all support all that good stuff. But I had to do, a self one thing. That's why Scorpio. That's why we reflect and do self evaluation, because we don't keep fake circles around us to water down stuff to us. We don't We don't try to distract ourselves with 50 things and 50 different distractions to make us turn from reality. We don't try to put sugar on dog dung to make it smell like it's oatmeal and pretend it's oatmeal and pretend it's chocolate pudding. You know what I'm saying? It's still dog dung. You know, at the end of the day, the Scorpio, we will look at it. We will look at it, frown our face, snip it, and know what it is, and come to the realization that's what it is and that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Dog dung is dog dung at the end of the day. And you shouldn't accept it. You shouldn't accept it and you should react to it. You know, one thing about Scorpio is we know the difference between being the nice guy and being the real guy. We're not, we will be the loving guy, but we're going to be the real person. We're going to be the wise man. We're going to be the real, the strong man. You know what I'm saying? Whether people hate us or whatever, because a lot of times when people want us to be the nice guy, you it's not us. It don't fit our personality. It don't go along with us because people's version of being a nice guy is not really what a nice guy is. And people want you to be a nice guy. People want you to be some type of stepping stool. People want you to be some type of punk, some type of hush puppy. But Scorpio, he's not going to be that type of individual. He's not going to be that type of uh he's not going to have that type of complacent behavior. He's not going to do. He's going to type that's going to put you in your place. He don't care if it makes you burst out with tears, because if it got to the point where he has to make you get to that emotion, that means you pushed him and you hit him in the place where it's no return, where it's apologies is worn out. Is worn out, is welcome. And a lot of times we let people do that and we blame ourselves. And this is why when we get to that ego stage, we start getting them out of there. We start getting them out of our circle, because eagles flock alone. Eagles don't flock in groups. Eagles flock alone. You know what I'm saying? They might find one eagle. They're gonna find a spouse. Or might find, but that's long down the road. That's long in between. Hey Naja, I really appreciate the love. Make sure you like all that good stuff. Hey Sherry Young, what's going on? Got fam, you are on a roll with these videos. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, okay. Let me slow down then. I'm gonna put. I got something else coming up, so I'm gonna slow down for you since you letting me know. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for letting me know that, because I had to really sit and it really dawned on me today, because I was like, man, one thing about Scorpio, we put ourselves in scenarios. We're not these type of individuals that be like, oh, let me just do this because I feel like this, or let me just do this because I feel like that. We sit and dwell on it for long hours, days, even months. You know what I'm saying? We'll sit and let stuff sink in. And I realized, I said, I'll go into a spirit, I'll go into a mental metamorphosis. Like I'll go into a mental analysts, you know what I'm saying? Or what's the name of it for you real brainiacs out there? I go into a mental hypothesis, as far as relationships. I'd be like, okay, if I kept this person around, what would it, if I was the same person I was 7 years ago, never stood up, never said anything, where would the situation go? What difference would it make? What positive impact would it have had? Where would the circumstances have been? Where would the Because I told you, Scorpios, we are not mental, checker. A lot of you people, y'all play checkers, man. Y'all, a lot of people are checker players when it comes to, they don't think stuff out. That's why they blow good relationships. That's why they blow the wrong people off. That's why they can't keep the right people around them, because they emotionally play checkers. They react to the most silliest stuff. They blurt out the most silliest, most thoughtless stuff, because they mentally ignorant. They mentally play checkers. They mentally are stuck in one mode. They stuck in one gear. Some people have that one gear. They're comfortable with that. They don't switch. They just have one gear, and that's fine. But Scorpios, we're not those type of individuals. We have many switches. We are very diverse. We look at everything from a whole picture. And when we look at it from the whole picture, and when the Scorpio step back and look at it, we realize there's nothing we could have done. It would have been worse. The situation would have been worse. The individuals would have been a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? Because it would, at that point, we would have let the situation deteriorate to the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? It would have been that much harder for us to reconstruct ourselves and put ourselves in a point of strength again. Put ourselves in the point of being spiritually, stable again. You know what I'm saying? So we know we think stuff out. We don't think a Scorpio just gonna go speed out the door. Not in the not when he's at a certain particular stage. He's not gonna do that. We are not the. He's not gonna do sporadic stuff. Like I go back, we go back and forth with ourselves. We play mental ping pong with ourselves. Like what you think about that, God body? Oh, I don't know. We go we go back with our good side, just like anybody, but we go back even. It's more intense. Just like a Scorpio, it's gonna be more intense than average person. Average person might ask themselves one or two questions, but we almost box with ourselves. We go into a mental boxing with ourselves, and we like, okay, nah, don't do that. Like, throw them out the door by they shirt collar. No, and then you got the good side. You be like, oh no, be peaceful. I know they're very hard to deal with. You need to just be patient, just calm down, relax. Then you got that other side, like, that real side comes in between both of them. Be like, hey, I understand your part, and I understand this part, but it's time to clean house. You know what I'm saying? It's that voice of clarity, that moment of clarity where Scorpio, when he gets that moment and that light bulb clicks in, all that, all the stuff that should have been handled, all the stuff that people thought we weren't gonna deal with, they thought we want to tolerate. We start to slam doors. We start to lock people out. We start to change because we realize if we don't do it, it's not going to be for our own benefit. If we don't do it, it's not gonna have a good impact. You know what I'm saying? And this is why a lot of times Scorpios, they will destroy relationships. That's why Scorpios will get out of certain situations. That's why Scorpios don't keep. And when we get to, especially when he gets into his later, older stages, and if you're just dating him and you wonder why he don't have a whole lot of people hanging around him, you wonder why he hasn't been married. If you wonder why he hasn't had kids, you wonder why he don't come near his a lot of his close net family members, is because most likely he's already gone through that spiritual metamorphosis where he realized a lot who was poisonous, because a lot of people don't go through this metamorphosis until it's too late. They don't go. They never go into this metamorphosis, and they become annihilated. They let people put the title love and let them literally poison them and deteriorate them until there's nothing left, until they're not even half of the person they were, until they're broken, they're spiritually broken, until they're mentally broken because they didn't tell Uncle such and such the F itself and go to hell. You know what I'm saying? It's certain point in time you can be patient and loving, but then it's certain time it's like the hell. It's like the hell with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like get lost. You know what I'm saying? Get tired of you. Is realize is certain people you cannot deal with a nasty dog. Understand this, and if it's too complex for some people to understand what I'm trying to get to, I'm gonna make it real simple. I'm gonna simplify it for you in a couple of sentences. If a dog if a dog has rabies and that dog is sick in his mind and he's out of his mind, even if it's a bunch of them, you know what I'm saying, and he's ripping at your leg. What are you going to sit there? Are you going to sit there and baby him? Are you going to sit there and try to feed him? Are you going to sit there and let until he rips and bleeds you out because he's a family pet? Because he's been around for umpteen years? Are you going to put him to sleep immediately before he rips your leg off your body? It's really simple. It's not really complicated. It's really simple. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, Scorpio, we let stuff happen You know what I'm saying? Because we try to refrain, we're very strategic, we're very patient. That's why I told you, when you deal with a Scorpio, you have to be in a mature mind state. That person got to be in a mature place in their life. If they all broken up, if they all immature, they all childish, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? In the Scorpio, you got to understand, we're not going to tolerate anything less than a real love. We're not going to tolerate uh, uh you know half treatment. A lot of these relationships nowadays are dog crap. You know what I'm saying? In Scorpio, we rather remain by ourselves. I'd rather remain, with a handful of people before we accept a bunch of BS. You know what I'm saying? I just, we get to the point where is enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? It's get to the point where we will destroy the relationships, because at that point when we destroy them, there's nothing really left to savor. There's nothing really left to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? And we get to a point where we say we're tired and it's over. And I'm not talking about the low vibrational stage. I'm not talking about the irrational hothead. I'm talking about a person that really tried to put time and really put effort into it. We It's over, man, because we done everything we could. You know what I'm saying, for those group of people, or for that individual. Hey, Sasha Rosa, I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much for coming in. We get to the point where we know there's nothing else we can do. There's nothing else he can contribute to that relationship. If we can't put When Scorpios get to the Phoenix stage and we get to the point where we realize where we can't, our love is not being received, that person is not understanding where we coming from, that person not really gonna understand, you know, I receive anything we do, I receive anything we he will cut it off. He's not going to sit there and try to drag it on. He's not going to sit there and try to figure out. He's not going to sit there and beg you to change. Scorpio, we just cut people off and cut people out because we realize it's BS. We realize they're never ever going to change, and we realize that there is somebody out there for us. But Scorpio, we're not thirsty for just anybody. We're not so thirsty for a companion where we'll accept a doggone buzzer, or accept a seagull, or accept some type of snake around us, just because we need a companion. Are we that desperate for companionship? You gotta understand, if a Scorpio is with you, it's not because he is desperate for companionship. It's not because he's just oh so lonely that he want to keep you around. If you know that you're in the wrong and you're still around, and he's not talking to you, but you're trying to figure out what's going on, what should do, and where is it standing, you need to understand that he's only holding on to you at this point because he really, really, really loves you. He's not holding on to you because he's scared to be by himself. He's not holding on to you because he don't want to start all over. He's not staying with you because you look so stunning and you just look so nice. He's with you because he really has genuine love for you. He has genuine love for you. Just like that. Like, that's what people don't understand is real love. When you deal with Scorpio, is yes, it's real love. I don't know, you gotta, if it's gonna click with a lot of people, because they don't know they never, a lot of people don't never know what that is. Outside of their parents or outside of their close knit family, they never really experienced a real true love. They never really had somebody to really truly love them. And it's sad, but us as Scorpio, we know we can't repair these people. You can't teach people how to love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Tevin Campbell. Even though I love Tevin Campbell's music, and Tevin Campbell's a Scorpio, I cannot teach people how to love like Tevin Campbell. I'm not here to teach you how to love. I'm not an R&B singer. I'm not here to I'm not here to lick your toes and rub your back when you're acting like a crazy witch. When you're acting like that, is you need to be pulled by your bra straps and thrown out the door. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men are scared to say that. A lot of men are scared to do that because self-esteem, because they scared to be by themselves, because they want that acceptance, they want that love, they want that companionship. But how much companionship could you possibly have with somebody that obviously despise you, that obviously have no respect and love for you. You gotta take a stance. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's family or whether it's what, you know what I'm saying? They can hate you all they want. Whether they hate us or they like us or whatever, they will respect us at the end of the day, because we're not gonna accept anything else. You know what I'm saying? And if the house ain't built, if the house is built on straw and shallowness and envy and fakeness, we're gonna destroy it. We're gonna break it down piece by piece. We will hold it together. If we know that you in it with us, we will hold the last brick. We will try to hold it up with our own two hands. But when we realize that you could care less about a relationship, we will go on our own way. We will leave you alone. We will let you do what you want to do. How can a person be before they snap? How much receiving of people should a person be before I feel like I want to throw you in the ground? Do I stay around you and try to deal with you? I split your head open like a watermelon. And I ain't talking about in relationships. I'm talking about like with homeboys. I'm talking about like dudes. Like you try to be friends with cats, and then they step on your toes deliberately and arrogantly step on your toes and disrespect you. It's like either I get rid of you, either I'm gonna put myself in a position where I'm gonna put my life in detriment because I'm gonna have to react in violence. I'm gonna have to react in a low vibrational way. What's the best thing to do? Get rid of them and start over, right? There's no need to sit around people. And just like this is another thing, just like what Lil Bootsy said, who's another Scorpio. He said he like, man, why would I sit around a bunch of people that hate me? Why would I keep a bunch of people that want to do me harm? He said I'm doing my own thing. I got all this stuff. Like, why be around a bunch of people where I know I might have to grab an AR? Why would I be in the neighborhood around a bunch of people where I need military? Where I feel like I need military assistance. Why would I be around individuals where I know as soon as I walk out the door, they're gonna be kuss and whispering. They're gonna be y'all know how people. Y'all know how, man. Stop playing with me. Y'all know people are like this. Soon as you walk out the room, you don't even have to leave the room all the way. As soon as you walk out the room, all you hear is yeah. When you come in there, be quiet. And then when you leave out, you can hear it's like get the heck out of here, man. Come on. Do you think I'm that stupid? Do you think I'm that stupid to eat your poison and accept it? It's the little birdie. You hear the little birdies in the wind, like little birdies in the wind. You can hear them chirping. You can hear them chirping and cackling and scratching. You know what I'm saying? You can hear their connivingness. So it's no need to keep these people around you. We get away from these people. Just like Boost. Like I feel like he realized he had to get away. He had to be a phoenix. You know what I'm saying? He had to go all the way out. He couldn't be a phoenix sitting in the same nest. You know what I'm saying? That he started out in. He had to go to a whole nother. He got to fly. He got to be like an eagle. He had to go to another state. He got to go to another area. He had to go around new people. He got to clean. He had to clean house. He had to stop hanging around old hip hop friends that hated him. He had to stop hanging around cats in Baton Rouge because he know they a lot of them is nothing but a lot of buzzers is a lot of chickens. And when you go around, a lot of you, and not everybody hometown, but a lot of our hometowns are nothing but buzzers and chickens. You know what I'm saying? What does the word say? Only in this hometown is a prophet without honor. So if you doing something, you making a stance, you doing something good for yourself, you strong, you courageous, you got a voice. You think people that once seen you from the beginning gonna really want to see you do good? Only the people that's really there with you gonna want to see that. The people that's not really there, they're gonna expose their hand immediately. I had to learn it the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. And some of y'all, and I'm gonna ask an open question to my supporters. And I'm because it's really been bugging me and it's really been tripping me out. And I want to ask y'all because some of y'all are very intelligent. A lot of you, most of you are very intelligent. So okay, when I before I started doing this little thing, and not even before the videos, before I started, making a change in my life, in 2012, like I had, I ain't never keep a bunch of people around me, but I had people that I kept in my circle. I had people that I accepted all the time. You know what I'm saying? But is it me? Is it because I'm changing physically, or is it because they might be watching my stuff in the background and pogo stick eating and choking off my words because they're sick with jealousy and envy? What do you think it is? It's like as soon as I start evolving, as soon as I start changing, stop drinking alcohol, as soon as I start becoming different, it's like a light switch. As soon as I stop watching TV, as soon as I start doing certain stuff, it's like a light switch hit on people, and a lot of people, it's like a evil switch and a conniving switch hit on. It's like people all of a sudden distance themselves from you. People all of a sudden hate. Like, dang, when I was ignorant and wild and crazy, y'all, I couldn't keep y'all away from me. But now y'all hate me when I'm stronger, I'm mature, my mind is clear, I'm more patient, I'm more loving. I have a more mature way of looking at life. I contemplate before I make decisions. Like what's the dealio? Like when you show people love, what do you think it is? Do you think it's because they watching my stuff in the background, or they know that I'm doing something, or do you think it's spiritual? Do you think it's just a spiritual metamorphosis where the universe is just separating everybody, separating negative influence away from me? Because it seemed like all of a sudden people just start becoming dark. People just start becoming conniving. People just start becoming wicked and nasty. That's why when I tell y'all, man, I love y'all, man, I mean that. When I tell you I appreciate you and I laugh with y'all, is genuine, it's real. Because when you have so many people that show you hate, when you got so many people that show you malice, it feels damn good to feel appreciated. It feels damn good to get a compliment or somebody show you some love. You know what I'm saying? I donate something to you. I tell you, hey, I love what you're doing, man. Keep doing that. What you saying, man, it means something, because the same energy and the same love I'm showing, I've been doing this. But this is the first time in my life where it's really been received, because I stepped out of my comfort zone. I stepped out of my personal boundaries. I stepped out of that my I stepped out of my first gear, because most people never get out that first gear. Most people never live life, because I don't feel like you live life until you live truth. Because if you live truth, you living in reality, and most people never really live in reality. You know what I'm saying? They exist, but they exist. They don't live. 98.9% of people, they exist. They never live. They don't know what life is. They don't know what living is. So they don't know what love is. They don't know what hate is. They don't know because they just don't. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what y'all saying. I want to, because I really want y'all feedback, man. Y'all give me some real feedback. I'm really asking an open question, man. The realest in the room, Sky 11. It don't even matter who it is. What do y'all think? I can never understand why people would do that. I scared mines by accident because I guess I came on too strongly and he wasn't ready for it. So I left him alone, and now I'm with someone else. Scorpio, by the way. Oh, okay. You outgrow them. If you are the smartest person in your group, it's time to be a different group and become. And now it's not even. And Wayne, I want you to listen to me, because the realest in the room, or whoever, and you know what I'm saying. I want y'all to listen to what I'm asking, man. Like, even if they got a lot of possessions, even if they got certain things, like people that even have 20 times more than me, 100 times more than me, it's like people just start becoming jealous. People just start becoming wicked all of a sudden. People just start hating all of a sudden people just start changing. Do you think it's because of my platform, or me doing my thing? Or do you think it's because I made a spiritual change in my life and I'm not the same person? I'm not the same person. I'm not the same low vibrational buzzard because I'm not God body the buzzard because I'm God body the eagle. Do you think it's more because of that, or do you think it's because of my little channel? Because I feel like how could it be my channel? My channel is like a lemonade stand compared to Walmart. My channel is like a lemonade stand. It's like a baby lemonade stand with lemonade written in crayon. My channel is extremely small, so I can't I got a lot of views, but it's like I don't feel like I got that much of a out I don't feel like I'm all over. I'm not, what I'm saying. So it was just weird to me, man. I just came in, so I don't know, but just what I heard, I feel some people are for life, and some people are in our lives because we attract it because of our situation or mood. So once you change your situation, they change. They don't match you no more because of both. It's because of both. Oh, okay. We got to get God body up there on the tube. That's what's up. The realest in the room. They see greatness in you, and they are probably jealous because when I kept my mouth shut, when I blend in, that's how a lot of Scorpios they treat us. When we're in the background, when we're quiet, when we don't seem like we're gonna say anything to them, when we seem complacent, when we seem um, seem warm hearted, people embrace us. But when we start getting strength, courage, when we start embracing our real true selves, when we start really seeing what people are doing around us, when we start realizing, who these people really are, it's like we become public enemy number one. We become the most hated. Nobody likes us, nobody. But at the same time, the weird thing is, how this is how I know it's confirmation my change was right because I don't feel I don't feel I'm missing anything. I don't, but I was more baffled by certain individuals. But once they left, I didn't feel anything. Once they turned on me, it was almost like a natural reaction. I might be saying it wrong, but it was almost like an organic maneuver. Like I didn't feel it. It wasn't uncomfortable. It didn't take me a long time to adjust. It didn't. The pain didn't. It wasn't painful. In my mind, I was like, ouch, that hurts. I supposed to be mad. I supposed to be hurt. I supposed to be feeling some type of way. But why don't I? Because it was natural. Because it was demolition time. It's demolition time. That's what Scorpios got in common. That devastating change. Absolutely. And we don't just go through no normal stages. It's like people literally try to take us home, take us out of here. Like I swear, as soon as I started doing this thing, it's like people start acting weird. People just start changing. People start becoming conniving. That's why I realized I had to. It's time for a demolition, man. I'm not gonna be like a lot of these people when they start doing greatness and never change their surroundings. Don't change the people around them. Keep the same snakes around them. Yeah, you're right, Wayne. F them. But they'll keep the same ignorant, belligerent fools around them and kiss their butt and hold them on a pedestal. And that's why I realized I'm doing the right thing. I realize I'm making the right change. I'm supposed to be doing that. I can't even find people who want to be forward and be loyal and consistent. Many people flake, and some of these losers will try to crawl back, acting like nothing happened. Yeah, people are very thoughtless. People are nasty. I realize, man, you better off by yourself. I realize most people they not gonna come in. They ain't gonna, even if they hating or whatever. They never gonna come at you face to face with it. They never gonna they that's the weird thing about me. It's always like a sad thing. It's always like a sad funniness with them. You know, they'll play you cold. They'll talk about you to people. But when you be like, yo, what's up? What's your problem? What it do, what's happening, what's good with you? They be like, it's nothing. It's nothing. They'll be passive aggressive, they complacent, they oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You just straight narcissists, straight snakes. That's what they are. Straight they real cowards. When you really look at them, a lot of people that Scorpio get, a lot of people is like it's inevitable. It's almost hereditary that these people are pushed to the side because they will literally destroy you. They will literally cut an eagle's wings off while you flying. And you know where the eagle wings are cut off? If the eagle wings are burned off, he ain't gonna fly no more. It's strong and beautiful. Imagine an eagle that has burnt wings from like these wildfires that's going on. Imagine seeing a beautiful poor eagle with no wings that's been burnt off, that's been damaged, that's been mutilated, that's been scarred. Imagine that. Imagine how painful, how lonely, how devastating it is to live out a life with no wings because they've been cut off by people that you thought loved you, people that you thought cared about you. I'm not gonna wait to that point, and Scorpios are most of us are not gonna wait to that point. Hey y'all, I gotta get up out of here. Thanks, Wayne Jasper. I really appreciate it, bro. You know, make sure you check it out later. But I love y'all, man. I'm about to get up out of here myself, man. I love y'all. You know, big kiss to all ladies. You know, pounds to all my brothers. You know, y'all make sure y'all like. You know, support the video, subscribe. Um, I love y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. You know, donate if you can, and if you want to hit me up and follow me on Instagram, hit me up on Godbody underscore 2009. And if you want to hit me up on Facebook, send me a request. You can hit me up on Godbody channel. I really appreciate y'all showing love those who did come in because I was really not feeling too well today. But I love the support that you show. Is never taken lightly. I love y'all. And I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful day. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the love. You know, make sure you show that love. You know, make sure y'all watch my last video if you haven't. And I appreciate y'all, man. And I will see y'all later on. You know, like Sherry said, she's still catching up with my videos. Uh, so I'm gonna try to slow down, but I might do one more, Sherry. So if I do one more, I'm gonna slow down after this one for you. So I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Peace out.